Well, greetings, everyone, and thank you for joining us this evening for Pop In with Dr. Stretch Black History Month edition. This week, we're focused on family, and today we will be focusing on the dynamics of growing up in a large family. I have some very special guests tonight, my divas from my roots, my hometown, and a family that is very close to my heart because as a part of my childhood, my teenage years in particular, I spent a lot of time at this home. So I want to thank them for joining us. Get ready. We are going to have a laid back atmosphere tonight. One of the things about this family is I think that drew me and my classmates and all their friends probably to their house is that they love to laugh. Laughter was ingrained in their entire family. Teasing each other was a part of everything. So get ready. It will be an informal, laid back conversational tone tonight. And we welcome you to our presentation. So navigating childhood in the large family, what are some traditions? What are some habits? What are some lessons learned? And the other thing you're going to see from these ladies tonight is going forward, the generations forward. They are going to take a look at their children, their children's children, and they'll just be talking about some things that may be traditions that did come from their upbringing, as opposed to some things that totally contradict their upbringing. So welcome my guests, and they will introduce themselves in just a moment. But first, let's check out their roots and where they came from.
Okay, this is our grandmother, Eva Southall. She was my father's mother. She lived to be 101. And I am her namesake, Virginia Ann, and her name is Virginia Eva.
Okay, this is our father and our mother. This is Robert Huddleston Jr. He was the disciplinary in the family. He kept everybody straight, neighborhood to our house. So, and he kept the boys away from all the pretty girls at our house. And my mother right here, she was the sweetie, the quiet one of the bunch. She taught us how to cook and how to take care of ourselves and how to be ladylike. And she says, her words always says that what you did to get them, gotta do the same thing to keep them. So she said, keep yourself up. Don't let yourself go. Take care of your bodies. And so that was one of the things I remember her telling me as a kid. So I followed that as best I could.
All right now, here are the queens of the Huddleston family. the first queen of all is our mother, Miss Mary Etta Hauser Huddleston. She's in the front, and she has 7 daughters. I'm right behind her. I am Mary as well, so my namesake. And next behind me is another sister. Who is that? Oh, that is I'm sorry, I can't see who that is.
Rosie.
Rosie. And then I'm sorry, y'all, Rosie, and then Maddie. I'm sorry, Brenda, and then Maddie and Beatrice and Ruby. So I'm sorry, Ruby and then Beatrice. I'm sorry, Beatrice at the end, at the back. So Beatrice is the tallest. So we went from shortest. I think they always pick it at me that I'm the little shortest one in the family, which I am. But that made me special. Okay, so my sister Ann always teasing me about, can you reach this? And so that's okay. But I stand tall among them all. How about that?
Yeah, she's special. She's Jerry special.
These are the kings of the family. It's our oldest brother, Jimmy. He was our provider. He was our second dad. He made sure that we didn't go without anything. He spoiled all of us. He think on the low, but we end up telling each other. And then right behind him is our brother Robert. He's number 3. He's the third brother. And then right beside him is our brother William. He's the second brother from the top. And beside William is the baby boy is James Ray. Always smiling, always grinning. He was the biggest cut up. He stayed in more trouble with them 4 put together.
It's my knucklehead.
So representing the family today, there were 11, they had 11 siblings or 11 children total, plus the parents. But I feel blessed today to have 3 queens from the bunch. And the one in front is Anne, who is my classmate, the one who kept me laughing, the one who either helped me get in trouble or said,
Yes.
Benita, don't do that. One or the other, depending on the situation. But once I got in trouble, she was the first one to laugh. But anyway, we've kept in touch over the years. She's the one who made an effort to make sure we stayed in touch over the past 40 years. And I appreciate her from that. So let's go to the next purple. We'll say, yeah. The next purple dress is also a guest tonight, and they will be introducing themselves. I don't know if I was supposed to do this or not, but I'll just keep it moving. Maddie will be introducing herself, and then the colorful one over here, I think you probably already picked her out. Those are my 3 who were able to fit me in their schedules tonight, and I just want to thank them. So now they will introduce themselves to you.
So again, I'm Mary. So I'm Mary. I'm the 7th of the 11 children. 7 means complete and finished and special and brilliant. Anyway, my husband. And I'm married to my husband Sam. He's on the right-hand side of me. This is my birthday from last year, who was at California Dreaming. And so that's him. And then we've been married for almost 28 years, 28 years in March. And then my son Isaiah on the left, he is a senior at Winthrop University in Rock Hill, South Carolina. I am I am a personal fitness trainer, and my passions are fitness and nutrition. And so that is something we didn't really grow up on. But over the years, I learned, I wanted to, that became my passion, to stay healthy and to help others to become healthy as well. So that's what I like to do. But Mom, we got fed real well, but but it really wasn't healthy per se as it relates to today's standards. So now I want to track to help everybody else become fit and healthy.
Okay, here is me, the pretty one, right there in the middle, with that handsome guy right there. 40,
Oh Lord.
40 plus years, that's my husband, and my name is Maddie, and I am the 5th child of the 11th. And that is my grandbaby in the front, and my one and only daughter is on the right of me. And I am an entrepreneur. My husband and I, we own a couple of businesses to keep us very busy. And besides spending so much time with my grandbaby, which I love. And I love being a grandmama, being any job I ever had. And
we know.
You know, because I'm a 20 plus year survivor of breast cancer. And so that's why I enjoy life. I enjoy life so much, because at the age of 45, I didn't think I'd be here, and today I am 66. So
yes.
I'm praising God for that.
Mhm.
Man. Oh man.
All right now.
There she goes. The queen has risen. Beautiful, beautiful. In case y'all hadn't guessed, that's my daughter. I just paid her for it.
I thought it was toy.
Not really, but this is me. This is Ann. I am the fourth from the top, second girl. I am right now. I'm the oldest one in the family, and I'm also a mom, a grandmom. I'm a great grandmom. I do catering. I have a husband who adores me. Absolutely adores me. There you go. That's my pumpkin. We've been married, what, 44 years. And he just worshiped the ground I walks on.
I'm leaving, Queen.
And this is our oldest child. This is Jeffrey and his beautiful wife.
He looks like me.
Nene.
And he looks like me.
No, he does not. He looks like his granddaddy. And this is Toy. This is the baby girl. This is a
You look
baby
like me.
girl. The Toy. She's a diva queen. There she goes with her granny. That's Latoy.
So at this point, for our listening audience and viewing audience, I want them to focus on some traditions they have. One of them being some things I've noticed is they make a point to get together, whether it be holidays, celebrating each other. And I think, in our culture, that's so important that they make time for each other. So get ready for a very colorful experience as far as them being together. You'll see them together, generations together. How does that look?
This is normally our Sunday. This is one of my Sunday dinners that I prepare, and my children and their children and they stag-alongs come around and eat on Sunday. And also mother from the church and my son's in-laws. And we have some outlaws, but I ain't gonna say that. But they all come around and eat with us on
Too late.
Sunday. It's just something we always have done, and they all seem to enjoy it. And they really miss it when something happens and I don't cook. They feel like their dad has said something made me mad what I wouldn't cook. So when I put out a notice that I'm not cooking, they say, "Daddy, what did you do?" Because he's usually the culprit of it.
Of course, there's nothing healthy. There was nothing healthy on that table.
Okay, so here I am, the pretty one in the purple that's standing above the rest of them. And I like to say I'm the fifth child, the fifth child of the bunch. And then the one right above me with the hat on, she's the one that's so brave that she's so confident in herself that she keeps all her hair cut off. And she can rock that bald head. And the baby is the one. She is the baby girl with the glasses on, the far end with the purple. That's Brenda. She is the number 11. And she knows she's the number 11, and she's let everybody know that she's the baby. And she acts like the baby. And then below me, where I got my hand on, you see I got my hand on the arm, because she probably gonna say something right crazy. So that's my sister, the one that's right above me. Think she's everybody mama. But I gotta remind her that she's not my mama. Because my mom is right there below her, the pretty one of all, with the glasses on and that crown on her head. That's the sweetest mama ever right there. That's our mama. We lost her about 4 or 5 months ago. And she's the queen of the household.
Oh, that's my pumpkin. We was at a Valentine's gathering Saturday night, and I kind of tricked him into going because he thought it was in Lebanon, but it was in another town. He didn't find out until it was time to go. So
And that is a Christmas picture. Of course, I wasn't there. However, those are the siblings that are left, except for me and the family. They had camouflage. They said, God's Army. So they had camouflage theme on that day. They're at Ann's house. Ann always turns her house into a holiday uh, scene and have the backdrop and the works so everybody can take all these different pictures, make it very homey and very decorative for everybody. And so every year we have a theme, of what they're gonna wear. So this year was camouflage. One year we had was like what was it who's the one that don't like we had so many different events. We have pajamas. We've had so many different things on Christmas. Of course, I wasn't there this year, but there's Ann, there's Robert, our brother Robert. He is has lost. I'm so proud of him. He's lost almost 200 pounds,
Mm.
and so he's on his journey of weight loss and getting healthier. Um, yes,
yeah.
Maddie and Ruby and Beatrice, and so that's what I really like. I like that picture. Sorry, I wasn't there to make it look complete and make y'all look good. Okay.
Where here I am again.
Oh Lord.
I'm so grateful to be here twice. So that's the two love of my life, my two heartbeats, my daughter and my grandbaby. And this was this one of the homecoming. We was dressed like this with our hats on. My mom at my mom homecoming, she always wore hats. So we have it. That's why we got those hats on our head. We represent mom because she loved to wear hats.
Nice, very nice.
And purple.
And purple of her coat.
And this is at our nephew Kevin's 50th birthday party a couple of years ago. But this is our nephew Mo, who is Ruby's oldest son, and his beautiful wife. They're a beautiful couple, and of course, they was posing back for the picture. So it was a beautiful event. We do like to celebrate and have birthday get-togethers and all those kinds of things. So this was at the Misty Blue, and it was just a beautiful affair.
This is also one at the same thing that she just mentioned. This was also at our nephew Kevin's 50th birthday. And that's, of course, that's Beatrice on your left and Mary next to my pumpkin in the chair. And that's Brenda, the baby girl. And we was there helping him celebrate, and we all had a great time. It was so fun, and the place was just absolutely beautiful. They really outdone itself, and the colors, of course, was red and white, and it just turned out so nice for him. Oh my gosh, that is me again. That is me and my diva self again, and along with my great grandson Z. I have 3 great grandchildren. I got 2 little girls, Cadence and Kennedy, and Z. He's the only boy as of now. I have 8 grandchildren. I'm waiting on the rest of them to start developing and expanding the family, but they a little slowful in doing this. So right now, I'm good with my 3. Here's 3 more of my grandbabies. This is Jatoria to your left, and that's they Poppy. That's my husband. This is Janisha. That's my son's daughter. And this is also my son's daughter's Maya. Now, Jatoria is our daughter, our baby girl daughter, Latoy. This is Latoy's baby, her oldest daughter. She also have a son, Jason. This is my son's crew. This is most of my grandkids. I think all of them on here, maybe 1 is missing, with 8 grandkids and 3 great grandkids. And also right there in the center behind my son is my future granddaughter-in-law. They'll get married in June in Florida, and we all going there for Florida for a beach wedding.
So I'm going to stop here and we're going to talk about a little bit about legacy. And when we look at this, we're looking at, the family being carried on. And one of the things that I noticed about my guest generation, my girls you're looking at, their generation, someone talk to me about how many children that you all had, and was there, how did you feel about after growing up in a big family and versus you choosing to or not to have a big family of your own?
I want to go first. We of course it was 13 people in one house, okay, back in the 60s and 70s, and we didn't have a lot of money, so we were grew up, um, in poverty, but it was a lot. So I know I saw my mom and my mom struggling to take care of us. So I always said I'm not gonna have a big family. So out of the 11 children, we'll go down the line. So Jimmy, my oldest brother, he has one child. Rosie has she had one child. William had 0 children. Anne has 2 children biologically, biologically 2 and 1 bonus child. Maddie has 1. Ruby has 2 children. I'm next. I have 1. Beatrice has 2. Robert has 2 that I know of. Correct me if I'm wrong. And James had 4, and Brenda has 0 biological children. She does have 2 bonus children. So, but of course, some of our Ann's son has several children, so he loves kids. He has a lot. He has a tribe. Jeffrey does, and so and Jamar. So James' son Jamar has a lot of children. They decided to have a lot more kids, and it's still growing.
Hey, let me step in this.
Go ahead.
Ann's son Jeffrey, he's the preacher, so he took it literally. When he said to be fruitful and multiply, so he thought multiply by himself. Not what it meant.
Go ahead. You go from here. Anybody else? Ann or Maddie?
Okay, and I love the big family. It was fun for me. You always had somebody to play with. And we fought and we always was fighting and on one side of the other one, but nobody else could not bother us. We weren't no bullies by no means, but we did not take any mess. and when we was always taking up for others, that was my goal. I was always taking up for others. If was anybody bullying somebody that I know couldn't fight, I was the one I always said, you better not touch them. even as this day, Benita's brother, him and he teased me. I was saying that I was mean to school because I always whoop on the boys. Even he kept me. I was scared of Maddie because she beat up the boys, but only because the boys would pick on the little ones. The big boys would pick on the little boys, and I didn't like that. So I did fought some of the boys too in high school. So, but when we was little, was young, I always wanted to move out. I couldn't wait to leave when I graduated. But then it was so sad. I remember the first night, and I spent away from my siblings. It was so sad because it was so quiet in the house. I'm like, man, where's all the laughter and all that? Now. But then I got over it and was glad about that.
Well, I enjoyed coming from a big family, and as far as as Mary has stated, we was poor or whatever. I didn't realize that. You don't realize because that's what you was brought up through. And I just remember Mom said she wanted a big family because she was the only child, and she said it was real lonely for her. And so her mother passed while she was only a small child herself, so her aunt had to raise her, and she just didn't feel like she fitted in. She really felt like Cinderella. She didn't get to do what her auntie kids got to do, and like she was always the last. And she said that she just wanted a big family because she felt love having a big family. And I just appreciate that. To me, A large, I wouldn't change it for anything in the world. To me, I think a large family is more closer than a
Mhm.
small knit family. I don't know why. I just always felt that way, and I always felt for the underdog because I always felt like we was underdog because, like we said, we did come up, not having like everybody else had coming up, and and kids gonna be kids. They're gonna tell you that you don't supposed to wear that or you don't look good. They'll talk about you because kids gonna be kids, and so
Mhm.
so after we got older, well, we could work, and mom, when they work and she would buy our clothes and she would dress me and Maddie and Ruby like triplets. And we were like, Mama said, well, if you don't like what I buy, you get a job and buy your own. So we got a job, start buying our own clothes or making them or whatever. And, we just, to me, I had fun growing up with 11. And, yeah, it was 13 of us in the house and we was crowded. But like I said, we didn't know that. That's because it's all we knew. We didn't know that we was overcrowded or it should have been more in that more room added home. But I wouldn't swap my childhood for anything.
Mhm.
You know what? I didn't appreciate being three people in a bed and everybody's feet in my face. I was in the middle. I was in the middle and I had to sleep upside down.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
I didn't like that at all. They feet in my face and I couldn't sleep.
Exactly.
So three in a bed was not fun.
Well, the good thing about it, feet didn't stink because we didn't wear shoes, so they stay aired out all day.
But we can laugh about it now. But at the time, it's like So I at the time growing up, I didn't appreciate it. But as I got older, I did appreciate my family a lot more. And as I got older. But growing up in it, it was like, so Ann, Matt, and Rubio was our stair steps. So Ann, Matt, and Rubio 1 year apart. So they were
Mhm.
pretty close. I was 2 years behind Ruby and 2 years between and Beatrice after. So Beatrice and I were really that close. And I was trying to fit in with Ann and Matt and Ruby, but they wouldn't let me. So so I was kind of like in between. So, but
We was
but
tired
as
of
we,
raising kids.
and I never got any new clothes. I always got their hand-me-downs. And by the time I got them, oh my goodness. So I couldn't wait to get me a little job, get my own clothes. So,
So, so I have a question. Speaking of what you all are talking about, the reality and dynamics of of living in the house, how did they like assign chores? Did everybody have certain things they knew belonged to them?
Yeah.
Or, did it change? How did you know? I mean, how did did your parents determine who was responsible for what?
We had a certain room. Each one of us had a certain room supposed to clean up, kept clean.
Mm-hmm.
As we got bigger, we got into the high school age. So certain one cleaned up the kitchen, someone cleaned up the living room. So we had certain rooms that we supposedly kept, clean.
Okay.
Now,
also
that
on the
I do not
weekends,
remember. I know we all had to wash dishes.
Right.
yeah.
Everybody washed the dishes, and then we got old enough where we had a little change in our pocket. We would pay the younger ones to wash in our place. I remember doing that.
That clever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought of something that I believe is a legacy for my friend Ann is when you talked about, having to do without or do with less or whatever, my friend is probably one of the most frugal people I know in terms of finding the least expensive way to get the same thing done that everybody else does. So I just wonder if what do you think, Ann? Does that relate to, because even though she at this point probably could have anything she wants, she's always looking for, I tease her about it. She's always looking for a bargain.
Oh yeah. I
Oh.
mean, a bargain makes it better to me.
Mhm.
Like I said, if I want, I could get it, but it don't. I just soon to find a bargain. Like it makes it more special.
Mhm.
I know as growing up, us three girls, Ann and Ruby and I, us being close to the same age, everybody thought we was triplets forever.
Mhm.
And we used to wear each other clothes, but they didn't realize since I could sew that all three of us had like a different body shape, and sometimes they can wear my clothes. They can figure out why they can wear my clothes, but I can always wear theirs. What I would do is I would sew theirs up to fit my waistline, and then I give back to them. And then before I take it out and give back to them, they're gonna figure out, well, why you your clothes? You can't wear yours. And they didn't realize that I was sewing their little clothes up. Then I take it out and give back to them.
So Maddie was known as, she just brought up that she was the seamstress. She was the one. How'd you learn anyway? Did you learn that at school?
I learned, Miss Fanny Dirksen taught me I love to sew, and for forever, for all the way through, neither one of us girls never wore a brand new, never had a store-bought prom dresses. And I would make all the siblings, dresses, for the prom. And I think the baby girl was the first one that had a bought dress to wear to the prom, because I would always sew their prom dresses. And because I enjoy sewing. Because the main reason I started, because I was, like say, I had the little bitty waistline and the big butt, so I had to sew to make my clothes fit, because it was hard to me to fan clothes to fit me. Yeah. So
Maddie was known for sewing. What about the other two? Can you think of, if your siblings had to identify one thing that they remember from you as a child, what would it be?
Oh, as a child, well, I also sewed also, and
Ann was mean.
Oh, being mean?
Ann was mean. Ann was mean.
I try to keep them on the right track.
What about you?
Like I did y'all, Benita.
Yes, she did.
If they choose to go wrong, that's on them.
I probably can agree with you on that one, Maddie. What about you, Mary? What would you say? One word or one quick, what would they say? Mary, what?
I did good in school though, but I did get in several fights though. I didn't take no stuff. But I don't know. I was kind of, I don't know. You can call it a mascot or whatever, but I don't know. I don't really can't think that stood out when I was growing up. I didn't do sports. They did. I didn't do sports and stuff. So all my siblings were active in some kind of sport except me. And so now none of them are active except me. Now I'm the one that's working out. Except me and Beatrice, I'm sorry. Consistently, I'll put it like that. But I can't think of anything that stood out in growing up for me.
So I don't know if we've touched on it, but is there anything that you would say that you do that you would definitely consider legendary, or I guess tradition, to say, I did this because this is how I remember it being done growing up? Or you do something, you say, oh, this reminds me of Mama. She used to do this.
Yeah.
On Sunday, the Sunday meals.
Okay.
We always got a meal on Sunday. So
Okay.
She'll cook on Saturday for
Sunday.
Sunday.
Saturday for Sunday. So we always know. So most of us still do that. And your biggest meal will be on Sunday.
Okay. So that's a good one. So
in terms of bargains, I'm a bargain shopper. Even now, I don't hardly buy anything brand new. It's either be like 50% off or consignment, or that means clothes and all. So things y'all see me wearing or what on Facebook, they're either half price, 50% off, or from consignment shop. So I don't buy anything. I pay a bunch of money for stuff like that.
Clearance rack.
That's a good quality to have.
I love the clearance rack.
I think
Clearance.
Clearance rack. Yeah, we love the clearance rack.
I think this is our last show and tell. Who are these people before we go?
This is my son Jeffrey, and he's holding his grandson, and that's his granddaughter in the white uniform. And this is my nephew, with him and Jeffrey is like maybe a year apart. They're a year apart. And Jeffrey's granddaughter is playing against Kevin's granddaughter. They had a ball game that day. So they were talking about how funny that was. They both got grandkids. They're playing against each other. And they had a great time. All of them gathered up together to have the little ball game, because my little granddaughters and Kevin's granddaughter, they are all into sports. They just love sports.
So there's something being brought down from what Mary said. That's carrying through the generations too.
Yeah.
Athleticism, the interest in sports. Well, I want to say to all you ladies how much I appreciate you. You know, as I said before we started, one of the houses I remember in particular, it was so funny when I started to look back on it. They had a house full of kids. Their parents must have been wondering at some point, why are these people always here? Don't they know we have enough? But that was actually one of our fun hangouts. I mean, just being around them, being around your family. So I appreciate you all taking the time out and giving me a laugh tonight as well. And I want to invite those who will see this. It will be on my YouTube channel. And I just want you to invite me to join me in honoring and recognizing the members of their family who have transitioned. And we will close out after that. So thank you, ladies. So again, I appreciate you. I hope you have a beautiful evening and keep laughing.
Thank you for
And
having
keep
us.
loving.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you all so much.
Mhm.